Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about conversations with the devil. I'm talking about a book called Outwitting the Devil. And the author of this book is Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill was the author of one of the best-selling books of all times, Think and Grow Rich. If you don't have this book, I highly recommend. It is something that you have to study for the rest of your life. It's full of information for people who are looking to become successful in all areas of life. But let's talk about this book, Outwitting the Devil, written by the same author, but was published after the author and his wife were dead. They didn't want to publish it when they were alive, specifically because Napoleon Hill's wife thought that they're going to be in trouble and a lot of people won't understand this concept at that time, and the church might give them problems. So they decided not to publish the book. And when Napoleon Hill died, his wife was still alive. She decided not to publish the book. And after she died, one of their family members decided to publish this book. This is a really interesting book. And in this book, Napoleon Hill talks about how he broke the devil's code and forced him to confess his secrets. He actually says at the beginning of the book, he says, it's up to you if you want to think about it as I imagined this whole conversation in my head, or I actually broke the code and had a conversation with the devil. He's not trying to convince us about this concept, but what he is trying to convince us is throughout this dialogue, the conversation that he has with the devil, he wants us to understand what are the devil's secrets and the weapons that he uses against us so that we don't reach our ultimate potential in life, and how we can overcome that. So there are a lot of parts, different parts to this book, but how I look at it, it's like one part of the book is about the devil's weapons and secrets and what he really does, he or she doesn't have a gender, to humans' mind. And then the other part, Napoleon Hill actually teaches us what are the things that we can do to overcome that and win in life. I just want to read a little bit about in this book. So one paragraph here, it says, so there is someone, the person who published this book, she talks about these concepts in forms of like separate paragraphs and bold text. So I'm going to read that, and this is throughout the book. The interview with the devil may have occurred as Hill sat at the foot of the Lincoln Memorial. Was it real? It was real to Hill, and created the framework for how he lived his life and shared his revelations with us, his students. To reiterate Hill's earlier words, he had discovered that every great leader of the past, whose record I have examined, was beset by difficulties and met with temporary defeat before arriving. Hill also described in his works how these great leaders surrounded themselves with masterminds. They conquered their inner struggles with adversity and then used the power of the mastermind to propel their successes. Consider how you could form a mastermind group, a team, to help you overcome adversity and propel you to success. And some people say that the way that Hill could break the devil's code was through masterminding with his wife. So masterminding is an amazing concept, and a chapter, totally separate chapter in the Think and Grow Rich book. And it talks about how when you mastermind with another person, with another human being, either one person or 4 to 5, or Bob Proctor always said not more than 8, there is this third energy that multiplies your thoughts and amplifies the power of your thoughts, and you can come to new conclusions, new revelations, new ideas. So masterminding is a really, really powerful concept, and I highly recommend you at least find someone, one person in your life that is at the same level and same wavelength of your mindset. He or she doesn't need to be in the same industry, same lifestyle, but same mindset, being open. And then talk to them occasionally when you face struggles or obstacles. Talk to them, sit together, mastermind, come up with the ideas, because there is a third higher consciousness energy that flows when people get together and mastermind. Bob Proctor, my mentor, always said 1 + 1 = 11. So there is so much more power when we mastermind with another human beings. And again, some people suggest that this is how Napoleon Hill could break the devil's code and make him confess. So another thing I wanted to read, it's very short here, says the devil, one of my cleverest devices for mind control is fear. The fear of poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. So Napoleon Hill talks to the devil, asks him a lot of questions, and how he controls humans' mind. And one of his strongest weapon is fear. And the devil says, as soon as fear enters someone's mind, it is so easy for me to get in there and control them and take control of their lives. He talks about the drifters also, people who drift in life, people who don't have a burning desire. Unfortunately, there are so many people, the majority of people who live like that. If you go look at some of the corporations and the offices, there are so many people that are drifters. They come to work early in the morning and they leave in the evening, and they do the same thing every day. They watch Netflix every day. They drink alcohol and party during the weekends. And they don't have a burning desire. They don't have a passion. They don't have something to go after that stretches them, that makes them to become better, stronger human beings, that stretches their soul. And this is another one of the strongest devil's weapons and secrets that he uses against human beings. So we want to be really, really aware of these things. So what I would like you to take from today's video is think about if you are a drifter or not. The majority of people are drifters, maybe 97%, unfortunately. If you're a drifter, don't be hard on yourself. If you've been a drifter up until now, you can change. Just because you lived in a certain way up until now doesn't mean you have to live that way for the rest of your life. This is the beauty of life. We can decide to change at any moment and any day that we want. So make a decision. Don't be hard on yourself. Make a decision to get out of that drifting mindset and lifestyle and come up with a burning desire. Go sit down and think about what you really, really love to do. This is your first step towards becoming successful in life. Don't worry about the how. Don't worry about the struggles and obstacles. Just think about what is it that you really, really love to do, to have, to be. And if you don't know how to do that, you can always contact me. There's a link in my bio, link to my calendar. You can always book a call with me. We can hop on a Zoom call and I can guide you through that. And then the second thing is the fear. So we want to get rid of fear and we want to replace fear with faith. Bob Proctor explains it so beautiful. He said, fear and faith both demands us to believe in something we cannot see. So when we are fearful of something that might happen in the future, or we have faith about something that might happen in the future, we don't see it. There is no evidence. It's in the future. And we're deciding to believe in one or the other. So it's totally up to us. It's our choice. We just want to become aware that how we've been operating, have we been operating based on fear? If that's the case, we want to switch it with faith, with belief. Believe in the universe, believe in the higher power, whatever you want to call it. Believe that this whole universe is created and is running from a higher consciousness, by a higher consciousness, by a creator. If you look at the nature, if you look at the planet Earth and all the other planets and galaxies, there is no coincidence. It's crazy to think that there is coincidence. Everything has been designed, everything has been created. And we are also creators in this life. And we can create what we want in our life. Whatever you want is possible to you, is available to you. If you can see it in your head, you can have it in your hand. That's the reality. And so many people in the history, throughout the history, have proven that is true. From Wright brothers, who invented the airplane, Steve Jobs, Edison, so many other people. They saw it in their mind and they had it in their hand. So absolutely anything is possible for you. Don't be a drifter. Find your burning desire and get rid of the fear. Replace it with faith every single time. I'm going to talk more about this book. Let me know if you want me to go over the chapters of this book and the conversations with the devil, which is very interesting. It's like a Q&A, the whole book with the devil. Or if you want to know more about Think and Grow Rich book, send me a comment in the comment section below, please, and let me know what you want me to talk about. What are you more interested in? What are you struggling with in your life? And so I can tailor the videos better for you guys. Hope you have an amazing day and see you soon.